Hello Emmaus community, I hope this finds you all well as we prepare for the staggered return of on-campus learning for our students. I know that there's significant excitement here in our house at least as our Year 12 and Year 9 daughter prepare to come back on campus and be back around their friends, something that they're really excited to do. I certainly think that this pandemic has shown up some significant challenges for us, and I have to say I'm so impressed with how well our community has responded to that. I don't know about you, but never before have I been so, privileged or reminded of how privileged we are to live here in Australia, and certainly it's been an extraordinary time to watch what has been unfolding across the globe. And I don't say that without any dismissing of the significant challenges that have been faced in our own community. I know that there are many members of our Emmaus community that are really struggling at the moment, and indeed one of the biggest challenges that is facing people is the impact on our well-being. And so to that end, I wanted to share a story of a little project that I've been involved with, and indirectly as a result, so too have Emmaus. Last month, the UNESCO Chair of Education for Global Peace and Solidarity in Lisbon University put out a call to global experts across the globe around wellbeing to ask them if they'd be willing to offer their expertise pro bono so that we could actually start getting some of this information out to support the significant needs that we're seeing across the globe. And so I think there have been over 40 people that have immediately, and this literally happened overnight, immediately put up their hand to share their expertise, to share their research and practice, to really be able to support the well-being of others. But most importantly, this initiative is actually being directly offered to raise funds to meet people's most basic fundamental needs of food and shelter that are not even being met at the moment with this pandemic. And so I'm very privileged and proud that I had the opportunity to contribute to that. Part of my research area is around hope, and that was what my session was sharing. And so one of the things that I did was put out a call to all the community leaders that I've been working with to have them share their stories of hope. And one of those community leaders was Mr. Steve Bourbon. And Steve shared the story of Emmaus and what Emmaus has done right throughout this pandemic. I have to tell you that this story not only has had a huge impact on me as I listened to it, but everyone that's had the opportunity to have kind of a sneak preview of that story thus far has just been blown away by the stories of hope that are coming out of our Emmaus community. So I want to share that with you, with our community, so you all have the opportunity to be able to be exposed to that. And please know that our story is creating ripple effects of hope right across the globe, something that I'm incredibly proud of. Steve has very generously offered to share our link for Hope for Humanity once that is up, and of course we would really encourage you that if this project can be a benefit to you in supporting your own well-being, then it can be something that you can engage in, and know that not only is it supporting you, but it is creating ripples of hope and important compassion right across the globe. So thank you, and we invite you to participate in due course. So take care, and we look forward to seeing you back live around our campus very soon.
G'day, I'm Steve Bourbon. I'm Assistant Principal of Students at Emmaus College in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, Australia. Dawn's about to break on Friday morning of the 7th week of COVID-19 isolation. As the sun comes up, I wish I could say it was on a world that had a clearer sense of what was going to happen next, of what our next steps might be. If hope means having a vision for the future and a plan to make that vision a reality, then I don't think we've got all the conditions in place yet. And yet this morning I'm filled with hope. I'm really lucky. I get to spend my days working with young people and their teachers, and it's this perspective that inspires my hope. Through this global pandemic, nurses and medicos and hospitals have been the hope of our safety and of our lives. Extraordinary scenes of compassion, courage and care from all around the world have been on our screens. But schools are the hope of our future, the incubators of hope, schools and teachers. Here's what I've seen. I've seen students take up the challenge of remote learning with a mindset that if this is as good as it can get right now, then I'm going to make the most of it. I've seen young people make it a priority to connect with their friends and their classmates, checking in with each other and making sure that everyone's going okay, especially those people who are vulnerable. I've seen student leaders put on virtual concerts and films and set up competitions and sing and dance and joke, all to entertain our community online, all to stay connected, all to build that sense of belonging. I've seen student leaders create initiatives to actively reach out to all of our students, to hear our young people's voices during this time, and to see how we can make a difference, how the student leaders can make a difference. I've seen student leaders prioritise kindness as one of the most effective ways to help others and to make ourselves feel better, and to create a whole new list of random acts of kindness to fit in with ISO. I've seen students think about and plan for how we can use what we've learned in this time of isolation to make our world a better place. I've seen teachers working 12, 10-hour days to make remote learning fun and engaging and meaningful. I've seen teachers find ways to encourage and challenge and support and give clear, usable feedback to their students so that kids' learning will keep progressing. I've seen teachers and education support staff and nurses and psychologists and admin staff absolutely resolute that no kid, no family will fall through the gaps and have their needs not seen, not heard, not responded to and supported. And then they reach out and do it. I've seen teachers and other school staff share what's happening in their lives, the challenges and the joys of life in their own homes. A pretty powerful way to show our students the simple truth that we are all in this together and will make a path forward together. In short, the people working in our schools have been magnificent. And I've seen parents cope with this huge disruption to life, with its shocking and frightening implications. Parents who've demonstrated with their ordinary actions every day what resilience means, facing the challenges that life throws at us, finding a way to manage, picking ourselves up when we're knocked down, asking for help when we need it, accepting help when it's offered, and prioritising what really matters, the relationships we have with the people we love. So maybe I was wrong at the start. Maybe we have all the conditions for hope that we need in abundance.